Peace to the family. Glad y'all here for another phenomenal show on I Am Brother Polite. And today we're presenting to you Let There Be Two Lights. Got my brother Daylyt in the building. For those of you who may not know him, he is a world-renowned battle rapper in the center of anything that pertains to battle rap controversy. If it's controversial, he's probably either being accused of it, whether he has something to do with it or not. And, you know, we're going to ask him some serious questions today. The people have been asking me for quite some time, if you're around the brother and you keep saying this brother's a brilliant man, this brother's a genius, then why does he do the things that he does? This is what people ask all the time. Or are you afraid to ask this man, what is he doing and why is he doing it? I get these questions over and over, and I got to respond to the people. But before I take you there, I would like to take you somewhere else. Let's take you to this man's talent. Let's make it work. I always have people video bombing. It's Taliban all the way in this house. They'll stay video bombing. So we're going to take you to the wonderful world of Brother Daylyt. This is what he does. Let's get you there. Hold tight. And watch the video and allow the people to roll into the chat. Let's let them roll in. Watch this video and get familiarized with this brother's talent. It's one of the many reasons I say he's brilliant, but haven't gotten a chance to really build with him outside of the battle rap forum. Credit him for that much more genius. So without further ado, let's take a look right now.
I say what goes around comes around. I guess it's the flower of life whenever the chorus show. Keyword flower. I'm feeling dandelion, I'm in the dirt. But we gonna bring them out of that hole in the floor for this herb light thinking growth. The total photosynthesis of we can live some from the damage. Two of the best seeds rooted on your home soil. I guess this one's for the planet. Hold tight. They done let the God in your garden who's gardening ill rolls. Since we touched down, do I get extra points? You were set up to kick it, but I feel gold. Your princess let up the kiss in the real toe. The skinny out, the buffer in, the still low. I'm in St. Louis, whether they like it or not, I get real cold. Soon as they let them in, my letterman thick. See, I'm real bold. Word, I stand out. But soon as I got the cue for ill, I was in quill mode. But they say illusion is an illusion. Fake scene daydream before we rap ahead, we gon' prevail through. Let me tell you, I done seen you take too many losses in a row, ill. I guess I can give you an L2. My left trigger left niggas with the bull motion. Game, Phil used it probably. We'll move through Yardy. This is when I triangles, and they was trying to tell me ill Luma, not he. I'm the anomaly God. I gotta be Einstein, Fiat, Eon standards. It's a fine line. Y'all bitches wishing my position line while I'm Deion Sanders in his prime time. Deion Sanders, nigga, you ain't get what I meant was hot. That's an Altoid. If I take it off safety, the wide receiver. What you want, the 49 or the Cowboy? I do this. What you want? The 49 or the Cowboy? Days in his bag. Ho, tell me who in the hall making owl noise? What is y'all saying? Y'all playing if you was Tarzan, you still wouldn't get wild, boy. But I'm Mowgli status. That is my talent, tall Dragon Ball. What I'm saying is I damage y'all. Cannonball, next sleep to the hammock fall. Y'all march false start, the penalty of anything. Give them the Madden call. Gun 6'9". They've been Latin tall. You can't copyright like this. I got the patent wall with the.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
You can't copyright
No, I'm not.
like this.
We got to do this again, because this is going entirely too fast. And when we play it again, you'll have an opportunity to really dig into what my brother is saying. That's new to the battle rap scene. This is called the scheme. Watch the schemes develop. He never actually leaves the initial premise. Watch this. This is very powerful.
Let's do this. I say what goes around comes around. I guess it's the flower of life whenever the chorus show. Keyword flower. I'm feeling dandelion them in the dirt. But we gonna bring them out of that hole in the floor for this herb light thinking growth. The total photosynthesis of we can live some from the damage. Two of the best seeds rooted on your home soil. I could dig it. I guess this one's for the planet. Hold tight. They done let the God in your garden who's guarding it. Ill Rose. Since we touched down, do I get extra points? You were set up to kick it, but I feel gold. Your princess let up the kiss in the real toe. The skinny out, the buffer in, the still low. I'm in St. Louis, whether they like it or not, I get real cold. Soon as they let them in, my letterman thick. See, I'm real bold. Word, I stand out. But soon as I got the cue for ill, I was in quill mode. But they say illusion is an illusion. Fake scene daydream. Before we rap ahead, we gon' prevail through. Let me tell you, I done seen you take too many losses in a row, ill. I guess I can give you an L2. My left trigger left niggas with the bull motion. Game, feel used it probably will move through yardy. This is when I triangles and they was trying to tell me ill Luma, not he. I'm the anomaly god. I gotta be Einstein, fiat, eon standards. It's a fine line.
All right, we had to stop it. You know, the YouTube police was getting at us. I thought we had clearance on this video. I thought we had clearance on it. Apparently we didn't. So we back. We definitely back. But y'all got an idea how deep it was. Y'all got an idea. It's go no further. Bear with me. Y'all just working out a few kinks. Thank y'all for showing up first and foremost. You could have been anywhere but us. It's taking a while for it to register on the computer. I work with these, I use my phone until it's right. If you can hear me, make sure you press 9. I just want to run a little test. Make sure that you're good. If you hear me, press 9. Press 9 if you hear me. Press 9 if you hear me. There you go.
Are we good?
That. Gotta make sure we good money. Don't want to miss nothing. Hey. All right, so we in the building. We in the building. It's perfect. Thank y'all. Thank you very much again for showing up. This is the brother. Very special brother in the battle rap community, and we have to ask him the serious questions. There's a lot of issues going on, and as it develops, to get it to you in real time. All right, I use Coho. Coho is what I use for this thing right here. It's gonna stay locked in. We're gonna ask the questions that the people have been asking. And the people have a lot of questions for you, Brother Day. So I'm gonna go to the people for these questions.
Let's go, people. Hey, fuck with me.
I'm gonna go to the people for these questions. Daylyt is a genius. That's right. Yeah. To you. We start at 6 o'clock at 6:10. We let everybody else roll in and they can watch the replay of what they missed the first 10, 11 minutes. All right. Here's the question. You had a battle at Nome. This is URL. This is Smack's platform. This is Beasley's platform. This is another group of brothers and sisters that work tightly with them, but of course the people mostly known as Smack and Beasley. Is it personal against them? Was it principle? Was it business? Some say you were afraid to battle DNA. To any of these things, can we get your actual outlook on what transpired?
I think times like this is when I have these arguments with myself, whether I should give the honest answer or whether I should give a more suitable answer that can help us all get the viewership. I'm debating with my mentality right now if I should tell the God honest truth, which that may be a lie too. Just like really speak how I really feel about the scenario. And since you are an individual that a lot of people look at you and take you serious, I figure I'd give a more serious answer platform. One of the main reasons why I didn't show up to the DNA battle, because my energy for battle rap is no longer there at all. And one of the reasons why my energy for battle rap is no longer there is I just went on the 30-day tour with, those may know the name of Hobson. It's a pretty big artist. I just went on a 32 show tour with Hobson. I grasped the different energy, a more positive energy that told me that is where I need to be, to where I can spread the messages and I don't have to do what I had to do to get attention in this world. I don't have to do it in that world. I've noticed that in battle rap, people tell me things like, Daylyt, we don't want to hear you talk about getting your people back together. Daylyt, we don't want to hear you talk about unifying. Daylyt, we don't want to hear you talk about to help your community. Daylyt, we don't want to hear you talk about anything positive. And the road that I'm on in my life and the road that I was on before I did all the crazy stuff, you know, you can go back to my earlier career. You can watch Daylyt earlier music, like Daylyt I Am Spawn. You can Google that. Daylyt Black Mormon, Daylyt Letter to Obama. These are all songs and music videos that I've done before I did any of the wild stuff. And I was all press and positivity. So just knowing that after this tour, seeing how the people took to Hobson and how they took to his messages, big ups to Hobson, one of the people in my corner. One of his biggest records is Ill Mind 7. Big record that questions religion. And I just played it for POLIGHT today, and you know, POLIGHT gave a thumbs up, like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah, that's dope.
To Hobson for that, but one of his biggest records is Ill Mind. And for me, seeing the way, you know, we had sold out shows, 2,500 people, shit like that, his following took to Ill Mind 7. So, yo, there's a world of people that actually care about positivity, who care about questioning all the things that people have lied to us. There's a world of people that actually care about in life. Showed me that I have to reach these people. I can no longer stick around the people that don't want to grow in life. Like, you know, like for example, you know, in the battle rap community, especially the URL community, you know, they on they on real nigga time, and everything is, you know, kill, shoot your brother, break him down, you know, rape his kids, you know, eat his mom, you know. That's the stuff that gets praised over there. Growing as an individual, and I wouldn't even say growing because I've already been here. I'm growing because if you look at my earlier career before I did any of the wild things, I was already conscious. I was conscious before that I made in my career. All those decisions was made to get people to watch me. You go back and look at my old stuff and say, yo, he actually been talking that shit. I want to listen. So, you know, me knowing, as like when I got off the tour, people would tell you that, like, energy different. I had 2 battles since I've been on tour. Actually, I had 3 battles. 4 battles. It was me and O Solo. I didn't go to that because of the tour. I went to the John battle. I didn't really want to go, but I went to the John. I had to show up for my man, Mr. Fab. And, you know, for those people that, and I showed up for the Jonah battle too in Canada. But for those people that seen me at the battle, all my fans were saying, Daylyt, something not the same about you. You don't even look focused. You don't even look like you want to be here. I don't, because the energy level of the gladiator feel, I don't want the gladiator feel no more. Arena, when you step in battle rap, and people can say, we your fans, but they not really your fans. They're there to see somebody's head get cut off. They're there to just see someone win. They're not really there to see someone win. For people to love you and hate you, I can't deal with that type of energy no more. I just don't want to. So, like I said, the tour itself showed me there is a world where people want to know more. There's a world where people want to grow mentally. There's a world where people are willing to accept somebody who questions life the same way they do. The world where people want somebody to stand up and tell them, hey, lied to us. You know, all the lies, the school system, everything. There's a world for that. Just like y'all here watching Polite, y'all probably wouldn't be here watching this nigga if he was saying, I got 2 9s in my back pocket to squam me. No, y'all here watching this man because he can provide information for y'all. So, you know, that's what that tour life has done for me. And you know what? I don't really even care for battle rap. I don't care for like Gnome. I don't care for any of that. It can't help me. It can't help me in my mission to help save the world, man. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to help save the world, and battle rap in general is not going to help me save the world. And for not going, I don't want to be around that energy anymore. And deposits, and everybody's deposits has been paid back. Every battle I didn't show up, you can contact Arsenal the Rebel, gave him his cash straight up. But whole solo battle, everything has been paid back. It's just I've seen a different light. It's like this, like a dog. Let's take a dog, for example. You had a dog before, P. Dog food, right? And then somehow you be like, yo, I'm gonna throw him some of these table scraps. You throw him some of that real meat and all that shit, then the nigga don't want to eat the dog food no more. That's how I felt. Eat some real meat. You know, the analogy of it. Hobson gave me some other stuff where I was like, oh my God, this is eating the bull. I got some, you know what I mean? Some real boom. So he, like, that tour gave me a taste of a better energy. Because Hobson has a very positive following. And it gave me a taste of a very positive energy. That energy that I received from that specific tour, I can't go back. I have the energy to go back at all.
Phase, or you say, well, I'm gonna do some more battle rap because it's in me anyway.
I have a plan. I have a plan to do battle rap, but I want to start something. What I want to start something on my own channel.
Okay.
And I actually want you to help me with it.
I'm with it, brother.
But I want to start something on my own channel. And I also want my brother Daylyt involved. Hopefully we can get Lux involved too. But I want to start somewhat what you do, like how you do your debates, but more like from, you know, an actual rap standpoint, like more like a conscious battle league. Like, you know what I mean? Like they did something that was dope one time. They did a compliment battle. I don't know if you ever seen that. But Pat Stay, a guy named Pat Stay and a guy named Ron did a compliment battle. So instead of rapping about how they gonna kill you, you had to rap about how much you appreciate the other nigga.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, so the energy was weird. It was like, yo, I actually like how you take pictures with your son. That's dope. You a good father. Like, I was like, yo, why does it feel weird? That's fucked up for that to feel weird. It's fucked up that we don't like positivity.
That's true.
So, you know, like that's what I want to start. I want to start something on my own YouTube channel, possibly on your channel too, wherever we can put it, that'll get the right energy. But I'll
tell you this too. I know Brother Smack and Beasley, we've also talked to them about these kind of opportunities. And in fact, Smack has been very forthcoming. So as a pioneer, positive, but it is in the air. Maybe you will probably be like aging in real time. Yeah. As they got like this platform, they have to prepare the platform, maybe not for a complete transition, but to incorporate probably into a battle or two, or integrate it amongst the different people they have on the platform for a day. You may be going like more full blown with the situation. But the beauty about it is everybody's thinking about it. You know,
because I know like we have a niche community, like battle rap, we have a niche community. And it's a very big supportive following. Like, and you know, even though it's not mainstream, we have a group of like maybe like people that was just hardcore battle rap fans. We can change their focus and their energy uplift. And that's what I've been thinking. Like, if y'all notice, like every one of my battles, I always sacrifice around to kick that shit. I always sacrifice around to kick that shit. Whether they take it or not, I sacrifice it because, and the reason why I say I sacrifice it because I know they're not gonna eat it. But the people that do catch it, they go, yo, I highly appreciate that. You know what I mean? So where I'm going, you know what I mean, and they see how I'm marketing, they see I'm with you a lot, like, and a lot of people probably don't even understand why I'm with you, and one of the reasons why they don't understand why I'm with you is because they only know that I've given to them.
And we gotta talk about that,
you know,
of course, because I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up, understanding that people have been asking. But what I will tell you is your response. There's a consensus here in the chat room where I thought people would be skeptical, but it's apparent that they really appreciate what you're saying a great deal. So I think that's powerful. We need to go for the rest of this show. About the gimmicks. Let's talk about the antics or journalism with Brother Daylyt. Is there a method to your madness? Is there a reason why
there is.
Brother Daylyt does the things that he does? About, and you know, give us some examples.
There's a method, and you know, in my earlier career, before Daylyt, Wild Daylyt, y'all know, like I said, I like to pump these songs. Daylyt, I Am Spawn. Daylyt, The Ark. Daylyt, Letter to Obama. Daylyt, Black Mormon. Like, I like to pump all this stuff because this is like when I was quote unquote a starving artist trying to kick that positivity and niggas wouldn't buy it. There was like, let's go before the Daylyt that y'all seen on Vlad TV. This is before all that. It's probably like 4 or 5 years ago. You know, I was already kicking that positivity. I was already putting that positivity in the world, and I couldn't get people to bite it for shit. Like they wouldn't bite the lure for shit. I'm fishing. I'm sitting there all day. They just wouldn't bite the lure. So I did a video. I want everybody to YouTube search this video if you can. It is called Daylyt, You Are Elephant. And it is a video that I actually broke down in the video. I was like, y'all motherfuckers don't want to listen to me. Yeah, I'm trying to save the fucking world and help people and get our black people together. Y'all don't want to listen to me. So what is it about? Popularity? What are we chasing? What is it going to take? Watch me. Do I gotta fucking get naked on stage? Do I gotta start saying wild shit in interviews? Do I gotta fucking white body? I told everybody what I was gonna do. And then I did it. Bingo. I have to get these people to watch me by any means. In a world where people don't respect nobody's at all. They respect numbers.
That's right.
Look like some people go, oh, well, he has a lot of numbers. Maybe we should listen to him. I don't want to listen to nobody that has the same amount of numbers as me. I like fucked up. So I know I ain't got shit to say because I'm a loser. That's really what they're thinking. So I realized it. I said, oh, we live in a world that's based off of popularity. It's all popularity. It's all popularity. So, all right, this is what I'm going to do. First of all, the world already calling me crazy because I got a face tattoo. Like, niggas is like, yo, this nigga crazy. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like I'm not because I am crazy. The animals, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Don't let it fool you at all. I'm one of them. But you know, but I'm still. You feel me? And but like I said, I knew.
Well, let's do this. Someone says in the chat, "But you sacrifice your integrity to do so." That's from Supreme Comedian. Ironically enough, yeah, it comes from Supreme
integrity. Sacrificing your integrity, doing something. Let's take the T.I. shit or the Diddy shit.
And that was going to be the next question.
Yeah, let's take the T.I. shit or the P. Diddy shit.
And let's color it. The word is that you have said, you made homosexual remarks. Self and T.I. and or Puff. All right, so that you're homosexual, do you violently want to aggress these men as a man sexually? To be addressed, because if I don't ask it, they're gonna say it's not a real platform.
Okay, so be interviewed. A question. Vlad said, "Have you ever heard the rumor that P. Diddy invites his homies over to watch him have sex?" This is what Vlad said. I said, "No. What the hell type of shit is that?" Oh, apparently, P. Diddy invites people over to watch him have sex. Tell me, like, you know, Busta and all of them just being there watching P. Diddy have sex. So, just doing the beginning. I said, you know, I have two minds. One of my minds is like, go here. One of my minds is like, this situation to get everybody to look. My first mind was like, yo, Daylyt, be a Crip, be a gang member, and be like, man, that shit whack, cuz these niggas gay. I don't fuck with these industry niggas. You know what I mean? That was this mind. This is your time to capitalize and go viral. Yeah, I would actually smash P. Diddy. Yeah, I would actually smash P. Diddy. I'd get him off some Ciroc. Yo, P. Diddy kind of thick. Now, this is the funniest part about the video, is I'm being the next sarcastic. That's my shirt. I am being sarcastic. If you can't understand sarcasm, like, bro, come on. I can see if I was like, oh, ooh, P. Diddy, I would tear that out. I'm like, yo, yeah, I would actually sleep with P. Diddy. Yeah, he's actually pretty thick. Yeah. Get him some Ciroc. Yeah. Okay, it should have clearly been a joke. Like, if you can't understand it as a joke, then you tripping. But that's the thing. Most people didn't see it. So it's like, if you seen something, you told somebody told somebody else, and they told somebody else. Everybody going on what somebody else told them. Nobody actually seen The shirt, like when I tell niggas my shirt said I'm sarcastic, niggas be like, oh, I didn't even watch it. I heard it from somebody. Then when they go back and watch the interview, they go, yo, man, he was clearly joking, clearly.
So a person asks, so that's why you made gay comments?
So, and then the T.I. shit. I get in the fucking video with a slave. I'm dressed in the same slave outfit. I have a slave straw hat on, fucking white powder around my lips. T.I., excuse me, I hit T.I. this year too. Not see that this is a joke. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Now, me doing is you don't see me out here wearing girl clothes like most of these, like the same niggas that's like, yo, Daylyt, you did this, I don't fuck with you. But yo, I just bought this nigga album. There's niggas out here wearing purses, girl clothes, niggas openly admitting to shopping at Forever 21 in the girl section that most niggas rock with.
That's the truth.
So I'm just, you know, it's like I said, I made the comments and I own up to everything I did. I made the comments. I said all out of a way to go, what the fuck I gotta do to get people to watch me? Because the same people that go, yo, Daylyt, you said this about paying niggas that didn't know about I Am Spawn. They didn't know about this. They didn't know about none of it. They didn't even know who the fuck I am. But now, as who I am, and they start looking at what do you do when you go on YouTube? You watch some other little videos come to the side. Before you know it, people jumping, people jumping, people jumping, people jumping. Before you know it, you in the Daylyt matrix. Before you know it, you done watch 90 Daylyt videos. You went from a hater to a fan. It happened on so many levels, so many fucking levels. Like, so I understand. Like, it came a point in my life where it's like, yo, say whatever the fuck you gotta say. To watch you, because at the end of the day, you know who you are.
And I mean, I know I've seen your wifey, your son, and your commitment to your children. So that's why when I tell people, they say, man, so what you do? I said, brother, there's things that I do that he wouldn't do that with. In his world, based on what level of knowledge he has, the accumulation of experiences, and the platforms that he's on, and what people respond to. And if we really look at it, if he's not lying, let's just take this into consideration. Let's say Daylyt really said, man, I'm going to do this to get the viewership. And not because the people that make up the numbers is quality, but when people see the numbers, it helps other people engage them because the numbers are reflective to lower frequencies. That, hey, I would rather follow somebody or listen to somebody who has a lot of numbers as opposed to someone with less numbers. I don't know if everybody's listening, so that's why I'm just recapping and giving you a synopsis. Let's say everything he is saying is absolutely true and this is what he stands on. What I have to say is that he feels it suffice to say certain things that y'all may say is degrading or demeaning or showing a lack of integrity. Feels like that's the direction he has to go, and he's actually seeing the success in it based on what his agenda is or was. Question now the viewership. We have to question the people of this world, where people got to come up with these type of concepts themselves, when there should be other approaches, and there are other approaches, but then again, like I said, this is the world of Daylyt. People say, yo, how could you deal with a brother who says these things? That's what I'm saying.
Before that, but that's what I'm saying. Everything with me is I do something and it don't bite, then I do the opposite. Let's take my previous Vlad TV interview before that one, where I really talked about homosexuality in the industry. I'm like, yo, these niggas is gay. This niggas is gay. Lil Wayne is out here. It's called, what it says, Daylyt says that is the Blood's okay with Lil Wayne claiming to be blood and kiss another man. Like, why can everybody say, yo, Daylyt, you're wrong? You know what I mean? But like, okay, it's cool if Wayne kiss baby. Like, that's cool. Like, let's just sweep it under the rug. Like, that's all cool. Like,
it definitely was swept under the rug.
Like, oh, sweep it under the rug. Like, nothing ever happened. Just
under the rug. They built the house on top.
They just sweep it under the rug. Nothing ever happened. It never happened. Wayne don't.
It only took for him to say something against Black Lives Matter. Think about it.
So what
he said something against Black Lives Matter that's pushed by homosexuals. To be
I did a whole, this is before the trolling. Like, people don't understand TV before I started trolling. On Vlad TV before I started trolling. And I talked about all this shit. I told people in the Vlad TV interviews, talk about the truth. I was, at one point in time, I was the only nigga on Vlad TV talking about the actual truth and the shit that goes on in this punk ass, gay ass industry. I was exposing all these niggas. Nobody wouldn't listen to me. That's the thing. Y'all don't even know these interviews because y'all only see the hot moments. If you actually go back and watch, Daylyt has the actual interviews. It's Lil Wayne, the Gay Blood. All of this stuff is on Vlad TV. Before I even knew how to troll, they were up. I spoke on all the stuff. I spoke on this. I spoke on that. I said, I seen this industry. I seen this at this party. I seen this nigga do this at this party. Motherfucker swept that shit under the rug. A lot of y'all favorite rappers really with the shits. A lot of y'all favorite rappers is with that shit, bro. I live back that way. I don't come to Hollywood. Is the reason why. A lot of niggas with that shit, bro. So, yeah, I could joke with it because I know what I got at home. I don't play with their sexuality. All right. And, you know, you New York niggas, y'all be kind of really on that shit a lot. Pause, son. Pause. Hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all be on that shit more than us, nigga. But I'm saying, like, I could say whatever the fuck I want. I got a beautiful wife at home. I got a beautiful son at home. I actually have an older son, too. I can say whatever the fuck I want because I know what I'm doing in real life. Niggas that's, you know, like, how is this okay? Song, like, nigga kissed the man and made a song said, you damn right, I kissed my daddy. And niggas like, oh, it's cool now. It's cool. Like, nothing wrong. Nah, bruh. Like, something is wrong. Anger at me. The people that's really doing that shit in front of y'all eyes, bruh. That shit's like, I can say whatever the fuck I want. These niggas is actually making action. It's wild, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm walking with you. About the hood. One of the questions is, are you a Crip? Was you ever a Crip? Are you still a Crip? Do you still gangbang? Are you gangbanging? Let's just put it all in there and you can throw that out. And from what hood?
I'm associated with gangbanging, and it's a part of my, I just hate talking about this shit, man. I try to get over it because niggas running with it.
If we gotta maneuver
all
around.
Right. It's like arguing right now, like
whatever you gotta do to just get this thing smooth. I'm just pulling questions from the audience.
All right.
Affiliated.
All right. Not by choice, only based on where I was raised, I'm gang affiliated. And a lot of people don't understand gangbanging works. Ordered on to a hood unless you like a square nigga that lives somewhere else and then you want to be from the gang later on. When you born into some shit, where you from? So I make it loud and clear. My background and my affiliation is Grape Street Crip. You know about them Grape Street gangsters. And that's my background, that's my affiliation. I can't escape that no matter what. I can't escape it. Hey man, I'm not from Grape. I can't say that because girls from the other side see me, they don't want to hear that.
That's a fact.
I can't be like, nah, I'm not. No, niggas be like, nigga, we seen you in all the pictures with all the niggas. That's where you from. My background affiliation is Grape Street Crip. That's really what it is.
That's Watts.
That's Watts, California. I can't escape that no matter what. No matter how conscious, no matter whatever you want to call me, that's my background.
Question. Do you go back into the hood much, or did you come up and you contribute in different ways, or Tell us what's going on.
See, a lot of people.
Because I've been hearing the sellout word being passed around to you as well.
Yeah, a lot of people
moving away.
No, but see, the people, yo, Daylyt, you sold out. Those are people that don't even live in my neighborhood. Those are people that don't even like.
And then they try to tell you how things are in your neighborhood and why you should stay.
Yeah, like those are people that don't even be in my neighborhood. People, that's what I'm saying. Like when you deal with this internet world, it's two different worlds, Pete. It's the real world and it's the internet world. Like a couple of months ago, before you jumped into this internet world, you had real people that actually come to your thing, like live followers.
That's fact.
So the internet world is a different world from the real world. Internet world is where people can just get in these comments, make fake accounts, and say whatever, just to get a reply or get other niggas to say, look what he said, you know, whatever. Same thing I do in real life. That's what the internet world is.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know, like, before my career popped off, I'm gonna give y'all all the names so y'all can Google this. Popped off. I had a big run, and then I dropped down. Then I had another big run. Career. I had a pretty big run going around my neighborhood. Dropped my career to start shooting videos for all my homies that wanted to rap. Homies that want to rap, you can Google Grape Street Blackout. You can Google Grape Street Dre Vicious, Grape Street Wolfcat. You can Google Grape Street Bitch Hit Ricky. You can Google many people in my neighborhood. So what I did is, before I even got to the top, time to invest into my neighborhood and lift them up before I even got there. Y'all can Google these actual facts. I took the time to really go, you know what? Because I know it's like this. If I know I got an escape route, and I had my whole plan from the jump. I already had an escape route. I said, you know what? Before I escape, let me lift as many people up as I can. And that's what I did. I took time. I produced my whole Homeboys album, the Watts Boy album. I produced the album. I did maximum songs with, you know, I shot videos for everybody that I could possibly shoot videos for. Pipe the Sniper Time is on my hands. Everybody, I did a lot for my community before my career took off. And the only reason why I said, you know, let me take the time out to put to literally put my position before I get in the position. And I gave everybody the opportunity. And everybody did what they did with their opportunity. And then I said, okay, y'all, now it's my turn.
Thanks.
And now here I am. Now, you can't say, a lot of people say, well, you haven't came back yet. And I said, well, I haven't came back. Well, I still go to the hood. I still visit every blue moon. But I'm still in the process of creating, what do you want to call it? A railroad? Like a Harriet Tubman railroad? I'm still in process of creating a railroad for niggas to escape.
Thanks.
So, you know.
All right. So someone said you gave up morals for a dream. I don't know if you want to respond to that. Okay. And so I'm giving people a shot. I'm going to actually have some people come into the chat eventually. Right now, we're still building. Plus, what I would like to say is this. It's very interesting. You see, I don't deal.
Oh, my uncle in there? Eddie Campbell. Hey, fam, I love you. Tell your dad to call me. Yo, if that's really my uncle Eddie. No. I really got an uncle named Eddie, yo. If that's really my uncle Eddie, yo, I'm very stoked, bro. I've seen my uncle in years.
Wow. You bringing families
together.
That's
wild. That's very wild. If you a troll and you found out who my uncle Eddie was, though, that's even more wild.
You get props to that one. Put your research in.
Yo, that's wild, bro. But if that is my uncle, yo, big shouts out to my uncle, man.
Someone said, Daylyt, do you look down on the bros and sis that are still stuck in the hood?
Hell no.
Now you see, that's a shot at me that they're trying to pull off.
Yeah. You know what? I look down on them filthy ass animals, niggas. Animals. Never going back. No. Look,
You know,
man,
they're asking so you can say hell no. So they say, you see Polite?
look,
But Polite doesn't look down on
I
none of his people.
I speak on that because
what's your
I
take?
speak on that because at the end of the day, and I know for a fact, animals, and they are most definitely savages, all of them.
Didn't you go on a tour with a savage?
I just went on a tour called Savageville Tour. But what I'm saying is, I know for a fact that all of the niggas in my neighborhood are savages, and they're most definitely animals, and they take pride in being savages and animals. And one thing about it is,
Was you once?
he wants a savage and animal.
Now I've seen some old videos. If you disagree with my brother here, all right, I've seen him choke out people who came to just listen to him. Choked out the fans.
I was most definitely a savage.
He just literally choked out a fan just because. Trying to point to someone else he was battle rapping and he didn't like how that fan didn't like his energy. And I mean, that wasn't the only one. I seen him. If I get my bread, thing up or whatever, like that at another event. And his homies were in gold mode. I believe that was your brothers from Watts.
Yeah, them niggas is animals, bro. Can't bring them with me no more.
Their eyes were glowing like, yo, we ready.
I can't. Y'all know them two niggas that used to always be behind me? They call Active and Key. Both of them niggas. 5'6".
They look like they in gold mode.
Them two niggas is dangerous to my life because they make me. I like to use a dog analogy because I got dogs. You ever see two dogs like barking at the gate and then the other dog just come and bark at the gate? That's them niggas. When they start barking, I be like, and my mind be like, they like, no, don't go over there. But like, if my niggas barking, so I say, you know what? Hey man, y'all gotta stay at home. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this.
You don't want them coming out.
Y'all gotta stay at home because y'all making me into something I'm trying to get away from. So my neighborhood, I think my neighborhood, a lot of people in my neighborhood, they start to say, we don't want you to come back. Instead of me saying, fuck them, I ain't never coming back, they start to say, Daylyt, don't come because you the only way to get us out. You the only hope to get us out. Like some of y'all may look at me and go, yo, Daylyt, you wild, you doing all that shit. Me and go, he made it. Back. You fuck around, get caught up in some stupid shit. You fuck around, be on the block doing some dumb shit. Fuck around, get shot. Something can happen. Nigga, stay over there. My big homies call me and tell me, stay over there. Don't come over there.
That's right. You know how much people tell me, ask me, why are you in Baltimore hanging out with the homies? Why are you in Brownsville? You know, people are jealous, they'll kill you and this, that, and the third. The same people actually that's complaining to me about me saying we're behaving like animals. And of course, that's not everybody, but I just say we didn't include me. On separate occasions, more vile and derogatory things about Black people. Campaign to discourage. It's really a campaign to kill people that are progressing. Yeah, so like they can't help uplift the people that may feel stuck. You see, if they can get us to play stupid in the hood and hang out and randomly chill, and no, we should work and do what we can and then see what we can contribute back.
That's the thing. Like,
uplift some, tell them leave, see what they can contribute back, and save the Black family. Because everybody the hood succeed by staying in. You would have head out. Yeah. I'm one of them. I would be part of the animal zone. I wouldn't be the good guy trying to go to school and just get the degree even though stuff is going on. I spend a great deal of my time behind some kind of bars or in some kind of detention. Yeah. Separate from that, I dropped out of school 10th grade. Records. I was valedictorian in junior high and everything. And I had 11th grade credits, though I was in 10th grade when I dropped out. Yeah. You feel me? Because there's nothing wrong with this up here. It's right here. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't factor in how to go to school without parents. Yeah. Want to keep my gear right so I'm not made fun of when I go to school. Money so I could do something nice for my wife or my girl at that time.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, no parents.
It's a lot.
I was forced to be the animal I was.
The
You feel what I'm
conditions.
saying?
You put in the conditions to be the animal instincts.
And it's there. We part of the animal kingdom. Statistically believe something makes us different.
I don't look. For those who know me,
It's all good.
As crazy as I seem.
What makes us animals is the fact that we can lactate milk.
You're right, but I don't smoke or drink. I don't smoke or drink. A lot of people might think Daylyt probably smoke and drink. Why? I don't smoke or drink. I never smoke or drink a day in my life. But every time I'm around my niggas and blunts be passing a lot, getting the urge like just do it. Like everybody else doing it, just do it. When I tell myself, beat up a nigga, I'ma jump in. You know what I mean? Like when those thoughts come to mind, like these are my friends, like my childhood friends. So like when they jump, I jump. And like I said, my big homies called me and they say, yo, Daylyt, stay where you at, dog. You at.
And that's what real big homies do. Real big homies go to school. They wouldn't allow me there because they knew I had some kind of life before they just got set in their ways, let this brother just be on the streets. But when I was young, school for as long as I could possibly tolerate it without having any parents. You feel what I'm saying? So there are some real good brothers in the community, and those are people that I always think about when I leave out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them become complacent and they be like, look, this is just where I'm at. I'm gonna be from here on. You feel me?
That's what they be telling me. Like a lot of my homies, like who call in, they just go, the world don't know you. They don't know you an animal. Them thinking that you are like some type of square, nerdy troll is amazing. They don't know you are, I don't even want to incriminate myself. They don't know you. We'll use the word animal. The animal means everything wrong. That you are a grade A animal. And like when my homies tell me that, it's like, damn, like change my whole persona. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the world go, yo, this nigga really, you know what I mean? Or he probably like, not really, like you got to think the word like street gangster is not even mentioned in the Daylyt brand. Track you like, yo, he wild. But like the new fans that know me, they don't look at me as gangster. They don't look at me as a killer. They don't look at me as a threat. They don't look at me. That's good. That's absolutely good. Because my two niggas behind me, would you ever just walk up to them? You ain't gonna just walk up with, no, them niggas look like they'll rob you. I used to be one of them. Approachable. So, you know, it feels good to know that I've changed my character enough to be approachable.
Hold on. The live stream open on. Little time, let me make sure. Because I think ever since that damn music thing, they've been hating. They've been trying to just out of here. I don't know why the sound's behaving like that. Hold tight, family. Hold tight. Let's see if we can get this back up and running without canceling it.
Well, Verb, let me get you right back. I'm doing this live stream shit. I'll get you right back.
Okay, hold on, family. We're gonna see if we can get this thing right. Okay, we're gonna do another test. Can you hear us now? Press 9 if you can hear us clearly. Press 9 if you can hear us clearly. If you can't hear us clearly, press 6.
All right, they say we good now.
Okay.
All right, we good.
Keep the 9s going so I know you can hear us clearly.
We good.
We back. So let me ask you, my brother. And that's what I wanted to say prior is that you people should watch yourself, because you seem more infatuated with gay activity than the actual people that you saying perpetrated or verbalize the actual concept of it. You feel me? Like, at some point you have to just say, man, I disagree with the brother's approach, move forward. But the fact that you still trying to lash out at the brother, now it's starting to get suspect, because now I need to know, why is it necessary, while people are focusing on point after point that we bring into this presentation, why would it be necessary for you to remind people of gay themes in your brain? Tell everybody else. It's like you can't get the gay stuff out your mind, so you want to put it in everybody else's mind so you can feel secure, so all of you can talk about it. This is getting very weird. Move on, family. All you have to do is say, I disagree. All you have to do is say, well, I wouldn't do it. That's it. It's real simple. We all have our different approaches. But my brother has no reason to tell y'all lies. He sat here and just said, look, this is what I was doing. He actually spilled the beans. He kind of is not even supposed to tell you these things so he can keep trolling or doing whatever the hell it is that he does. These are some of the secrets here. You actually get an opportunity to see how this man's mind works.
I know, well, I should have never told him. I just
You feel me? Because it keeps the system going. Sister Sci-Fi, I do believe gays are taking over the world. And I believe black women contribute inadvertently and inadvertently. And of course, it's not all black women, so I don't want to do that. When I say black women, I mean an overwhelming amount of black women are influencing it, just like the Black Lives Matter. But that's another conversation that we need to discuss. But of course, I feel they're being used to help the agenda. Then that's another situation. The sound is messing up again. I'm about to stop. So I'm not used to having no sound problems, man. I don't know what to do with that.
It's that URL shit, huh? Again.
I think that vibe, I think that music, I think they're messing with us because of the content that we put in. Let's see.
I guess do the
Just
screen share
bandwidth
again,
usage.
probably, you know?
Let's see. HD video trouble. Limit bandwidth. Adjust your video quality. No. I'm coming, family. We're gonna default sound, built-in microphone. Let's see if we go to built-in microphone. Okay. And if you can hear me. Press 9 if you can hear me. Press 9 if you can hear me. Press 9 if you hear me. Press 9 if you hear me clearly. Press 9. If you don't hear me clearly, press 6. 9 if you can hear us clearly.
All right.
Clear.
We might be good.
Built-in, okay.
Yeah, I might run that built-in joint.
There we go. So,
Yo.
And someone presses 1. We always have those ones. Now, let me ask you another question, man. Let's get this thing going. If it's not one thing, it's the other, because we dealing with Daylyt right now. They want to know, shit on the stage things in the first place.
I never shitted on stage. Never. No.
Now, you know you got to answer this question, and you got to go through it thoroughly.
All right.
Because they're going to automatically say, man, Daylyt, you just tell stories, you lie, you do things, you say you won't do it.
On the stage, and I literally would give $100 million to the man that say he officially seen out of my ass.
Okay.
I would give $100 million to someone who has said he's seen feces come out of my ass. I just pulled my pants down and squatted. I never actually boo-booed.
What's the logic behind it? Because I know at the Eminem Total Slaughter, out of there.
No, there was the other one that got me out of there. Total Slaughter, they just
what happened at Eminem Total Slaughter?
Eminem Total Slaughter. So one of the reasons, I explained both of them. So The first time I pulled my pants down and said we lagging. So it's choppy again.
Still pressing 9 too. So that's what's tricky about this situation. Maybe some people's internet isn't as good as they think. Can you hear us? Press 9 if you can hear us. See people saying I hear you. We gotta ask you these questions, Dave. So what's up? I mean, people, it sounds like people can hear you. If they can't, I'll pick it back up and we can do what we gotta do. Hold on. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see how it sounds for me. Hold on real fast.
Yo, niggas saying 9, everybody's saying 9.
So let's go. Let's keep going.
All right.
It's your internet. Yeah.
While we got a lot of people here.
Somebody's probably trying to throw us off.
Yeah, while we got a lot of people here, before I jump into that, let's make something loud and clear. Hey, at all. Everything I said, I was trolling. I'd give you the serious Daylyt. Okay, we're over that.
If I felt my brother was homosexual, if I were to do the interview, it would have probably been about that. Because you wouldn't see me like this with my homie. In this household with my wives and children. So that's what we push and that's what we promote. Is it an opportunity to degrade people or disrespect them or even wish because of their sexual preference or orientation? Of course not. It's a place for me to go into deliberation with brothers and sisters with sexual preference. Right now, no. This is my homie right here. I rock out with him, and he's entitled to have his vision. The Daylyt today here forward, I think he's going to really shock the world because I believe in his ambition. I believe in his goals. I had too many lengthy conversations with this black man to not be aware of his brilliance. And anybody that demonstrates a certain level of brilliance through conversation and through deeds, it becomes a social imperative. I, as well as other people, to be conscious, contribute into this brother's life as much as possible so he can use his influence to help expedite his dreams or his visions to change the world for the better good. So rather than judge, if you disagree with an approach that my brother took,
before you go,
if you judge,
they might be reverse trolling us. Not be able to hear it, but niggas is trolling pressing 9, so we won't get the message to.
The other people are trolling pressing 6, so we can think we not being heard.
Yo,
but
see,
I got something for that.
It's that type of shit that, like, yo, play that shit on the shit and see what it sounds like. We need to figure this out, because y'all niggas might be like,
hold on, family.
To 9-6 and 9-6, yo, like,
it's playing clear. We'll never listen to you. Now I'm about to block anyone who puts 6 in this building.
Now y'all see why I do the stupid shit I do. Now this is why. This is why I say and do all the stupid shit I do online. This is why.
Watch, y'all mess around and get blocked.
This is exactly why, man. This is why. Niggas. Anyway, go home, man.
Yo, listen, it might be your internet for those people that's just being honest. But we'll move forward. Because I never had this before, but it can happen. Do it on my end from a different device, and so is my wife. And she's like, look, this thing is clear. So, and plenty of people are saying I can hear you. You're from Kentucky saying you good. Just hit me on my phone. You good. Enough is enough. We're good. You got us. I ain't gonna lie, you got us. But you know, that's why we got people on the team from different parts of the world who got the shitty internet and who's trolling. But thank y'all anyway. So what I was saying is this. Have potential. Do you turn your back on them? It's something a way that you don't understand, comprehend, appreciate, or agree with. World. And you're not in his world to know when it's suffice to make certain decisions or certain calls. Or they're bad, whether they're lacking in integrity or not.
Look.
You're not in his world. You have not been on his platform. You have not been on the platforms he's had to be on. That's with a volatile atmosphere where killing was more reputable. You feel what I'm saying? So when you have to thrive in a platform where ratchet, eventually the best of that platform, one of the best people on that platform, will just take ratchet to the heights, since that's what he has to use to be successful. So now, down to earth, and says, hey, I just had an experience, and brother, I'm starting to see the world a certain place. I'm going back to a place where I used to be, because actually in my inception, this is what I was vibrating on. It brought me success. I got a lot of love. You guys don't attack the platforms. You attack the brother that says, hey, you know what? And all you're trying to do is discourage the black man. Talk to him about what you don't agree with. But if you listen to this black man himself, he himself said in so much words, he would rather do things a different way. He's trying to go on different platforms. If you're listening to the black man, you're trying to tear this brother down when he's making it clear, hey, y'all, this is what I want to do. Now when this black man turns around and says, you know what? They won't allow me to do it without constantly condemning me. Then we get what we deserve when we see a brilliant mind do the things that you hold in low regard and say, why is he doing that? You're a waste of talent. Which one do you want? Because damn it, he's damn if he do. You feel me? So when y'all ask why you with the brother, I'm with the brother because he is brilliant. And he has come to terms the things that he wants to do in alignment and runs concurrent with the very things that I'm interested in to do. Look at things that he said and say, damn, bro, I can't mess with you because politically people are going to say, why is Polite hanging out with that guy? I don't care about none of that. All I got to do is feel like people, and that's all I'm interested in. If my man keep it a buck with me, well, bro, I don't want to do this, bro. This is what I want to do here. Then y'all better just chill, because I'm not going to turn my back on my brother. Turn our back on brothers and sisters that say they want to do good. No. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, I got a mind of my own, because it's nothing that you brothers and sisters can tell me. And you're lucky I'm still referring to you as brothers and sisters, because I'm not really talking about all of y'all. But I'm going to accept that some of us are sick beyond imagination. This is the homie. This is my brother right here. I support him. He comes from gang culture. He's made it and thrived in a very violent atmosphere of music, coupled with each other. He's taken it to different heights. And, you know, sometimes being so damn great, own excellence, and then start doing things that the world perceives as, yo, he's tripping out. That's for the new opportunity that he's looking to usher into the world. It happens. Judge him out around shooting Bibles and doing all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, and I know some people will look at that and be like, Polite, you could have got your message across differently. You ain't have to shoot Bibles. I've been showing in slow motion and sound effects and all. I didn't have to do that. At the time, that's what I was doing. I'm marketing myself. I'm turning up. These people threatening me. I'm letting them know where it's at. The brother wife that you was beefing with. And you started talking to the brother's wife and hanging out and all this other stuff and promoting it online to get at the other brother. I'm like, yeah, we was beefing. He was disrespecting me. I'm disrespecting him. And you know what? Y'all turned on me. Said you got to do something about this. So I see a lot of y'all just rather us dead. That's where the ultimately comes down to. So what I'm saying is, I know better than to condemn him for decisions he's made. Going down and you were in a volatile environment of the environment are also encouraging the warfare. Like, yo, I'm just trying to feed my fam or teach the people, whatever the genre is. When the older people in the community are pushing you and leading you on to be part of this chaos, held accountable, but it takes us some time before we can hold ourselves accountable and say, yeah, I was kind of tripping. Or but right now, that's not where I'm trying to go. When a man says, right now, this is what I'm looking to do. Saying right now, oh, I'm going to take what you heard and I'm going to do that 10 times as much now. I got some new stuff I'm going to really say. I'm going to start showing images that correspond with this. I'm going to start wearing the clothes that correspond with the things I was saying. No, he's like, look, this is what I want to do. As black family.
But see,
stop this craziness.
There's another thing, like, let's take this, for example. Right after my Vlad TV interview.
I'm back, bro, because if you was wilding, they'd be complaining.
Yeah.
Daylyt sitting here. Many of you don't even see this part of Daylyt where he just be laid back, building with the people, mellow. It's like you're more mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're saying, please give us the savage. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you trying to push him so he can give you savage and never return. And that's how I know it's a conspiracy to stop black men from wanting to do good. Because every time a black man change his path, all they want to do, polite, but didn't you shoot a black man in the face? How can you do that? How can I do that? I did that. It's not how can I do that, like I'm still doing it every single day. But I can never listen to a man that did that. Whether you thought about doing it in your heart or you actually applied it in real life, it's the same damn thing. I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
If your intention to kill is there, here.
Right.
And if you killed in your mind, you killed in real life to a very large extent. If there was a God, would God judge you by your actions or your intentions? I don't know. It's just a good question to put forth to you. Well, we move forward. I'm sorry to cut your wisdom, my brother. I'm just feeling the spirit because people are hypocritical because they say they want better by black men when they don't like what black men are doing. You know what? My path. Talk to you about the things you did previous to the announcement that I want to change my path. But from a black man, once he say this is what I want to do, I'm going to keep moving forward with the negativity.
They can't.
That's what I'm saying. Like we just on some. It's weird. You feel what I'm saying? Like black people's like they just want to tear their own people down. And even when you plead to them and you come out and say, look, but I did it for this, that, and third. Okay, you don't like it. You don't believe it. You disagree with it though. Whatever the case is. But part of the message was I would like to set up my own platform. And I would like to change the narrative. And instead of brothers talking about killing each other or raping somebody in the black family as revenge towards another brother, sound like this. I would like it to be more positive. We should continue building on that. But you Negroes, with Diddy though, with T.I. though. But you know, I ain't gonna front. You say some suspect stuff. So if you can't handle it, move forward. You know why? Because there's a group of people that are gonna move on no matter what and take this to the next level. I want you to build with the people. I gotta go downstairs real quick.
Rule number one. People speak. Too many people who have opinions and too many people who feel that they must. My obligation to talk over him. If he is in his zone, then I must let him speak. If he in the laws of like how I believe the laws of conversation should go is for opening in his conversation. If he's on a chain, then I'm gonna let the chain go and I'm gonna wait for an opening for me to speak. Now I have an opening. So let me talk to y'all by myself. Dear conscious community, I am here. And there's nothing you motherfuckers could do about it. Shit is about to get very real. Y'all seen what I did to the battle rap world? Y'all seen what I'm doing to the music industry? It is about to get very real in the conscious community. Extremely real. I don't think you guys have any idea of what type of animal you are dealing with. I am more than what you can possibly imagine. And if you can possibly imagine what I am 10 times more than that. I am light. I'm going to be at every Black Panther meeting, asshole naked. Why? Because we shouldn't be wearing clothes in the first place. I'm going to be at every debate speech, asshole naked. Why? Because that's just what I want to do, and nobody's going to tell me shit. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. That's all that matters. And there's nothing none of you can do about it. None of you conscious shea butter rubbing motherfuckers can do nothing about this. Absolutely none of y'all. All you're gonna do is sit there and rub your fucking shea butter, and I'm gonna talk my shit asshole naked. There's nothing y'all can do about it. So, to the conscious community, switch this shit up. I'm tired of all you niggas wearing your punk ass, what you call them shits? Tired of you niggas wearing the punk ass, what you call them little robe shits, the little African robe shits they put on, all this punk ass shit. Man, it's time to switch this conscious shit up, bro. We gotta make this shit look cool, my nigga. Clothes, my nigga. We don't need no more clothes, my nigga. My nigga, we don't need no more clothes, my nigga. Don't make me, my nigga. We don't need no more clothes, my nigga. Fuck that, my nigga. We don't need no more clothes, my nigga. Fuck we wearing clothes for, my nigga. What we even wearing clothes for? What we wearing clothes for, my nigga? You tell me what we wearing clothes for, my nigga. We supposed to be conscious Africans, nigga. We need to go back to being fucking Africans, nigga. We don't need no fucking clothes. We supposed to be conscious Africans, nigga. We need to go back to being conscious Africans, nigga. Fuck we wearing clothes for? This shit, see this shit? See this shit right here? This is the white man's design. See what this shit say? Nigga, this shit say made in China, nigga. Made in all this shit made in China. Fuck we wearing this shit for, my nigga? Niggas be wearing they punk ass little African robes and shit. Motherfuckers made in China. How you gonna be a conscious black nigga when your fucking robe say made in China? Nigga, that shit don't say made by black people. Nigga, black niggas don't even know how to sew. How the fuck you gonna be conscious, nigga? You don't even know how to sew. Nigga, you don't even know how to make clothes, nigga. Yo, I'm about to fuck this conscious community up. I want you niggas to know that, bro. Shit about to be very different. Very, 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 very different, my nigga. I hope y'all ready. I know all you niggas watching this. All y'all niggas, all y'all so-called conscious shea butter loving motherfuckers. All y'all niggas do is wear shea butter, bro. I'm tired of you conscious niggas, bro. Niggas think they conscious because they wear shea butter. Niggas get a whole pack of shea butter. Oh, I'm conscious now. Nigga get on camera all greasy and shea butter up, nigga, you conscious. Oh, no. You see what? See how it work? Polite leave, I be talking. He be coming around, I be quiet. Polite come around, I be quiet. Polite leave, I get to talking again. See, I got mind games. I got mind control over. Mind control. I get it, bro. I get it. But look, though. Back on the serious side. I want y'all to know a valuable thing, bro. I want y'all to know a valuable thing. A valuable thing is, I'm not as crazy as I seem. And I am as crazy as I seem. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, we got a lot of stuff, you know, in common, and the way the world, you know what I'm saying, the way the world works, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, like Polite has allowed me to be, you know, a better person in my life, you know, conscious, you know, and I'm growing, you know, and that's why, you know, he's here for times like this, and that's why I always, you know, give him the big shout outs and stuff, and, you know, like I said, like without him, a lot of things wouldn't really, you know, wouldn't really be where they are, you know, and I respect my brother, you know what I'm saying, and like I said, I'm just in this conscious community to make sure that, you know, everything goes smooth. You know, we don't need nobody doing no wild stuff in the conscious community. Like, everybody must stay on the right path. Like me and my brother Polite, you know what I'm saying? We wear our clothes and stuff to make sure everything's right. You feel me? I took my sweater off because it was kind of hot. But, you know, we wear our stuff to make sure, you know, people know that, you know, this is our merchandise.
You ready?
Feel me?
Yeah.
People got to know, you feel me? Brandon, you know, we make all this stuff, you feel me? You know, so.
Know that.
You know, like I said, you know, this is my brother, you know what I'm saying? And how things work. Like, you know, I'm just here to just step in this conscious community and, you know, help things go the way they should be going. You feel me?
No doubt. Now we got here block party. That's what I call this. Genius is often confused with madness. That's a fact, my brother. My brother Cedric Ortega. Yeah, so we got another legend in the house. You know, I told him you can't come to the crib. You know what I mean? And we don't let the people know what it is. So hey, you can come a little closer. And I just want you to break down some of the stuff in your book. You got a book. You know, he's a special guest, a special spontaneous guest, a celebrity in his own right. He helped bring the conscious community to a certain level, a level in which most people would never even accredit him for. But for those of us that keep it real and true, trill, that is, we know this man played an integral role in the conscious community. So I have to say this because when I came in the community, this was Big Bro. He was doing the things at the LIU, okay, Long Island University. He was bringing in Phil, giving the people Phil Valentine, you know, unbeknown to people, they thinking Phil just bringing himself. You feel me? They think Bobby bringing himself, but this guy was like the connection, the conduit to bring those people in. And what I didn't like
when
about—
he said I looked like a crackhead. He could eat a dick.
This is what we doing, man. We just was talking about this Negro activity.
Yo,
it's nice.
Yo.
That's your daddy why he left you.
Yo.
Yeah. Listen though, don't get my man turned up. Because he'll get you. I mean, right now we got 3 people that can go there and we can have a roast hour and it'll be fun. But you know, we want to go in a certain direction with this. Okay, we're gonna have a block party soon again. But right now, for y'all that's out there that's saying, the dope thing about this brother right here is the fact that, well, what I didn't like, that's why I was going on. What I didn't like was while he was bringing other people in and people was watching what he was doing, bringing people in, they started building, I wouldn't say go as far as to say brands, because we use that word too loosely. Brands are a lot more sophisticated, but they started building their projects around bringing people in and, you know, having people have vendors come out and bring in the lecturers through. And he helped establish a lot of this momentum.
Yo, y'all is courageous. Excuse me for fucking with this.
You already know.
Some niggas ain't internet. Some niggas can't. Yo, nigga can't deal with it, bro.
No, I got off Facebook so I could finish my book. And, you know, I've been through some real shit. So I'll be like, this, y'all playing, this is century of the self. Y'all think that y'all are really saying something, but you're speaking to your parents. When you speak to us.
That's a fact.
When you speak to us and you can find something that you don't like about us, you're talking about your daddy. So let's get right to that. You could never disrespect me. Not no nigga on the internet with Wi-Fi playing with buttons. You could ever disrespect
That's a fact. And,
me.
we just was talking about how good brothers
look, people
transition to become better, and they try to bring us back down to the animal.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, when I was there, I had witnesses. I wasn't the only person who was putting the work in, but the shit that I was doing, I promise you, the shit that I had, the shit I did,
but yeah,
regarding bringing Phil, bringing Bobby, bringing Myra L.
Remember her.
Breaking down the law. Organizing Aboriginal March Day weekly with Ali and True Master. You see, giving with along with Black Dot. Black Dot gave me a stage, and I seen Black Dot give everybody their first stage. Professor Griff his first stage. You heard, to speak to the community. Everybody who has a voice. I'm pre-internet, so this is something that me and my friends have. Your mother drinks St. Ives. This is a pale ale. This is what the white people.
That nigga I will catch it like, boom. Nigga, your mama.
Africans drink this. too. In every culture, they drink beer. Grown men drink beer. You a faggot playing on the internet, talking about me drinking beer.
Yo, I'm telling you. So what I wanted to say was this. When people, the momentum was set, there's an ushering of a new era of teachers. You was in the transition. When I came in, I seen the transition. When the transition came, because our generations are so ungrateful, but this is really cats that's a little older than me, so this is really on them. Nonetheless, the younger bros is ungrateful. Like, they're not loyal. You see it in hip hop. We like you. We make you a hit for a single now, not for an album.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now your body of work don't count. Just do something nice. The hell with the whole body of work. I just want that one thing. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing. So that mentality is what I'm speaking to, because what I seen you doing when I came in, you paved the way. And then when the new era came in, the new transition of leaders, teachers, promoters, it's like they kind of put him to the back burner. Like, yo, you know, the homie do teach. He was taking, he could have took his teaching exploits and did elsewise with it, but instead he was sharing the platform to get other teachers in. So the community can have a diversity.
These are men.
It's definitely men. It's definitely
They
men.
are hating. You guys are bitches, man.
Yeah.
You guys are hoes. I
don't.
see you guys.
Yeah.
You a faggot. And everybody know where to find us. Why do they play on the internet? These guys are at home. Some of them on the East Coast is late over there. They got no women. Where's your whiz at? Well, some of these niggas, this is a date for them. They sitting there with their whiz playing on the computer. I don't believe in God. Don't call me a God. I believe in magic, and I wish you died. I hope that you die if you hate on me. 'Cause I'm African. I want to deal with you. You heard? I don't believe in God. You're gonna die hating on me. You heard?
Well,
I don't mislead nobody.
I knew us being having a certain level of composure in the face of adversity, how the cosmos work. They brought my homie in here who's just like, you know what? Let's kill these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we chilling, he a killer. Get them niggas.
Nah, these niggas are already dead. I already know because I was born dead. I could see dead people.
While you at it, tell us about death, because you say you like death. His perspective on death is crazy. So tell the people about death, because you're one person that shook the foundation of the community. He was like, oh, death, I love death. You know, and I know you would like it because your brain thinks the reciprocal.
It's a constant reminder. It's a constant reminder, and the only cause of death is life. So how can you accredit yourself to having a character or being a significant person if you have not embraced the greatest mystery, which in all of the ancient pantheons describe your last days? And all of you who are playing on the computer, you're going to die trying to be alive. The reason why people adjust their diets and their habits are to improve the quality of their individual life, not to live vicariously for your bitch ass. You know? You got to be your own Jesus, but first build your own cross. Y'all can't even build the cross to put yourself on it. You can't even build the cross to put yourself on it, and you want somebody to help you get off a cross. So I don't believe in God. My book is amazing.
What's the name of your book?
Dog Star Hip Hop, the Kabbalistic and Metaphysic Imagination of A.A. Rashid is amazing.
Dog Star Hip Hop.
I've taken all of the clothes off of what you call God. God is a dynamic. God is a grain. God is food, beer. God is DMT. God is prostitutes, crack babies. God is all of that. God is you being nice to yourself. God is you going to sleep, waking up. God is modicums of exchange. You see? So all of you are immersed in this concept of trying to find a perfect example of something when perfection is death. Once you've reached perfection, that's the full product of entropy. You die, it's over. So everything else is we're striving within the shades of death. And we live a myth. We are all eating popcorn, watching our own movie. And some of you are so immersed in everybody else's narrative that this is interesting that you was a bitch on the internet playing punching computer buttons, and you escape. When you see me, you're gonna ride my dick. You're not gonna come in front of me. You're not. And real people don't fuck with real people.
That's
I
true.
learned that.
These are virtual
Real
people.
people don't find fault with nobody. They get women, they count money, they prepare food, they do homework with kids. These niggas is hoes. I used to sleep on the train in New York. I used to fucking smoke dust with adults at 15 years old. I seen all of the brain matter, crushed skulls. I seen that, and I did 10 years straight in the penitentiary. You can't tell me nothing about depravity. And all my big homies is tougher than your father. How about that? And we never mislead nobody. I didn't come and say I'm holier than God. I don't stun on you niggas. You're not that important. Niggas around my way know me and love me. You niggas need to teach people. You need to be in front of people's face. The streets be begging me to stop fucking with y'all bum ass niggas. Because they need this genius.
Recurring themes.
They would love to have this skeeter with all of that, with that. Nigga, when I was poised for my experience to be plotting people's deaths, you heard? Not to be teaching nobody. Y'all should be very fortunate and lucky that people are taking the opportunity to teach you. You heard?
Mm-hmm. Facts. So,
I'm in Brownsville, pussy.
I was trying to find out who that belonged to.
I'm in Brownsville. That nigga don't know nobody in Brownsville. That nigga's pussy.
These comments are funny. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do before we get out of here. I'm gonna allow you people to come in here. You know me. I like the Royal Rumble.
Let's go.
But it's normally the most positive people come up in here. Let's see what happens. I just put the link in the chat. You know, when you come in, please put your mechanism on mute. In the chat again. When you come in, put your mechanism on mute, and I will tell you what to do.
Post-slavery.
Yo, I just went through this, eh? I just went through that shit, man. I just was talking to them.
And they cowards. Ain't no real niggas on my computers right now. Which definitely niggas that hate on us. You heard? I'm not playing with them. Be nice. Oh, I'ma pray for you. You niggas is pussy. You go against me. You niggas. You gonna die fucking with me.
The internet world is a crazy world to live in.
It's so fake. They gotta watch hypernormalism. Documentary. Yeah.
It's the wrong link. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Nigga posted maximum wrong links.
Mad wrong links. Okay, the right link is coming in. The right link is in there now.
So pause, son. The link is in there now. Stop. Pause.
Pause. Dramatically. It's them niggas with the energy, man. All right. Press mute. You already know that homoerotic behavior. You know what's funny? I always tell people I've never been the type TV show. And make sure I tune in right on time when it starts.
That's the New York shit. The niggas on the East Coast, that bullshit ass weed over there. They not hot, smoking that window. That's over there.
They say, where does life come from if there's no God, Rashid?
Your mother and father comes from lust. It descends upon celestial planes. It sits in your father and your mother. This in their loins. Wow. Their loins couple. It's magnetic field. Magnetic field. The magnetic field it coalesces all things and it becomes
people, when you come in, put your mic on mute, or you have to get the boot.
So who said that? Who said that the church God appears in narrative stuff? God don't appear nowhere. It's a discussion by people who were priests, who were the intercessors in the heavens. God is a con game made by priests who were versed in astrology. You see? For moral connotations, you're looking for something good to happen to you. It's obvious. Ask Fox News where God was at when they was killing all them niggas all the last 8 years. Where was God when they killed Eleanor Bumpers? Don't ask me where God was and how did you get here. Your mama and your daddy was lusting. He took a chance with her. You heard? That's how you happen. But you're not the subtotal of everything. The subtotal of everything precedes you. When did water start? When man first figured out how to spell, or when he wrote it down? Did the ocean begin when man started writing about the ocean? So all of your concepts of God come from written dialogue, and that's when the light-skinned people came down who were taking culture. The Sumerians walked over into Mesopotamia with 50,000 omen texts from West African sorcery. That West African sorcery, the operative words locked into the triliteral roots are sorcery. The whole Bible is sorcery. African sorcery of God are incorrect. We heard Allah incorrect. That Yahweh is a place marker for the personal deity that in all African cosmology, you summon the first personal deity given to you by your parents. And then you summon the God that you are asking and sequestering for things in the stars. So we had quadrants of the sky to look towards, and we did prayers called Ikrabu prayers. The Ikrabu prayers have hands in it. In Kim, the word Ka, Kaf, Kaf, the hand, the palm, operative use of the palm, when you call the Adhan, Allahu Akbar, all of these three-letter roots, Ikra, crying. The word cry is to Ikra, it means to proclaim to the heavens, so that the heavens, God is star complexes. The star complex. And that's why I don't give a fuck about nobody, because my God is a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, and this is my season. And around your time of the year, that's when deity, your father's lust, and he embeds the lust into female matter, and she coalesces it. She uses the magnetic field. She's the representation of the magnetic field. That's why her menstrual cycle represents that she's the Earth's magnet. Anybody, and she's the one that's in charge of feeding you. So if you feed anybody, she can control the weather through your stomach. God is your woman. Your God is your woman. Your God is your mother. Your invested interest in yourself and power is God. A powerless person, if you're looking for leaders in this point, it's 2016. I'm 42 years old. I will never be a good person. It's too late. I said that in my first lecture. I need to stop looking for good people. Find a good person in yourself. All of you are leaders of your own community. All of you have the opportunity to take care of those people who matter, the babies. You understand? Take care of your children. That's who God is. God is your ability to pay your bills and your rent. And keep your lights on, not at the expense of nobody else. You see? And it's about this. You have to understand what love is. Love is the application of justice, and justice is a stern thing. There's no such thing as peace. All of the turbulence. Peace is when the guns come out and everybody say, okay, my bad, you're right. That's peace. For that. People have to identify where might is. You see? Those are the rudiments of religion. Religion is predicated on the dualisms. Religious narrative are algebra with words. There are always two postulates. The third postulate is the unknown variable. Variable is called knowledge.
My nigga Doze in the building. I see you, Doze. Let's go, Doze.
You know?
Building squad.
Okay, so
No, I never that.
yeah, that I'm with 1,000. Okay. Rashid, okay? Who is this nigga? That's A.A. Rashid. Good
It
brother.
don't even matter. Who's your daddy? Nigga that made you and took a chance with you.
Yo, Valentino.
Walk around asking me where they from and who they going to.
Valentino. What's up, King? Unmute your mic. Your name, where you from? I'll unmute it. Let me see if I can unmute it. Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Peace, King. What's your name? Where you from?
What's up? This brother R.L. Smith calling from Cleveland, Ohio, founder and spokesperson of Black People in Progress. Y'all can follow me on Black People in Progress on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I know you from.
I sent you some shirts for like when you came to Cleveland. With Malik. Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother.
My question, I can ask a question, right?
Yeah. This is your platform. Let's get it.
No, my question is, as far as the brother was talking about God and creation, whatever. I know one thing is said in the Bible as far as God creating the world in like 7 days, right? And I wanted to talk on, like, don't you believe that a lot of things have to be created within a certain time period when it comes to the balance of the world? How trees breathe in carbon dioxide, human beings breathe in oxygen, that it has to be, the animal kingdom balance it out itself without too many zebras, too many lions, too many fish, too many anything, to where, the system balances out itself as far as one thing eating another. So what I'm asking is, don't things have to be prepared within a certain time frame so one thing won't overcome another thing, as far as outlive another thing or outlast another thing when it comes to the balance system of the universe, the balance system of the earth? Like I said, when it comes to the trees, when it comes to human beings, when it comes to animals, when it comes to grain and everything.
Well, you asked a brilliant question, and the reason why it's brilliant is because this is why I tell my students, your question, King. So I hear the answer to your questions. Your question, and the question that you're saying, I ascertain, is what is the value of time in the conversation of creation? Of course, we have observable components to see that. It took us, 9 months of gestation to develop in the waters of our mothers. And many of us know this as well. If you have thoughts, intent, things that you wanted to bring into fruition, the first rule is you keep it to yourself about it, and then you yourself give yourself a time period. You give yourself an ultimatum, so to speak, of when you want to see the very thing come into existence. So let's stop calling God. It's not God. The operative word in the Bible, the very first word in the Bible is Rashid, and the word stems from a Sumerian term called Baratu. It is a source of sorcery by intonating and speaking into the ethers. Words are like birds. Once they go out, they can't come back. Go find, eat, manifest according to your intent factor. Many of us have to take into consideration that the colloquial school system has depreciated the available ability for humans semantically, how words transcend time. We are locked in a narrative, reinterpreting magic, Sumerian, African cosmology. The word obia, that is known to West Indian people, my family in Africa, appears in the Bible. It means to instruct or to heal. Connotation. So does the word egun. When the word daf, for my students, this is in my next book. This is a word that appears all throughout the Bible. Now, brothers, Bible and English, this is why I'm here. English is poetic, anglicized narrative. Real science is in the place markers called Biblical Hebrew, which are phonetic constructs of Akkadian and Sumerian. Once you get into, you cannot tell me nothing about God, because the people who they stole the narrative from didn't believe in God. They believed in star systems and ritual. Before they go out and have enemies and beef, they knew the first thing to do to cook yourself sorcery is to look at gold and to wash one's skin.
Yeah, look, let me, I'm gonna try to break it a little bit simpler. Like, if humans breathe oxygen, doesn't oxygen have to be on the earth before humans come? If humans breathe in oxygen, do oxygen have to be somewhere implanted on the earth through the trees, through the grass, through the air before humans become in existence? Or either the other way around? That's what I'm trying to say.
Do you believe that reality is linear or cyclical?
You would have to explain both of them terms.
Is reality a straight line of unending circle of life?
I think it's a circle, more or of a sphere, as far as where you can go around, straight through, either way.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. I'm gonna tell you this though. Our language does not speak circuitously. Our language, it goes this way, because the white man has no ancient history. Drive his reality in commercial construct of this language. So there are no words for spirit. Our final answer to explain away ignorance is God. To use this logic, then oxygen is God. I don't have oxygen. The elements of H2O are God then. What does this say about organisms or things that live outside of the parameters of oxygen? It means that, and what does living entail? It's an ecclesiastic thing. The concept, when you go look up all of the meanings of what life means, they're going to point you back to the Bible or the Talmud. It means Kai, then they're going to tell you, and you don't know this, that Kai in the Hebrew, because they don't teach you this in school, is the Ka from Kim. This is the symbol of the Ka, the hands up. How do you get up? If your ass is choking and you about to die, and they say, what's the first thing niggas do when they be like this? I can't breathe. They put the hands up. It opens up the cavity. So air is God. The air in the Bible, in the word wind, or ruach, narratively constructed in the female version of the word Rachel in symbolism. So it's the rook. So it's a spirit. The narrative, what is the spirit based on? It's a light. It's light. So what is it? So God is what? Your lungs process God. God is unseen. God is in the light. It's a light. It's a force. You can be brain dead, but you can't be heart dead. Because the heart requires combustion. It requires combustion. You got 4 quadrants in it. It requires combustion. So I stand to say that God is an unending conversation that never ends or begins. And that the interesting thing is that we ponder it with limited resources to ponder it. And I always I implore people, you need to get high, or indulge yourself in massive myth, a lot of mythology to do the mind-bending thing, to understand things, or indulge yourself in languages, learn Spanish. This is a very good practice. Words in Hebrew and translate them through Spanish, and then translate the Spanish back into English. Significant, it has more emotional factors associated with it because it has a closer syntax to ancient language vicariously through Arabic. There's over 2,000 words in Arabic and Spanish that's the same because of the 1,000 years of the Renaissance when the Moors was putting it together. The concept of God, people are talking about operative functions that they can tap into, to summon, to manipulate. You heard?
Hey, polite. Yeah, I got a question for you. It's my last question too. I don't want to hog up. I always hear you say, I remember you going in on the ISUPK or the Hebrew Israelites when it comes to all the negative things that you see in the world or negative things that you see in Black America or the Black community, right? As far as blaming, using that for your reason as far as why you don't believe in God or why you call yourself as atheist. And opposite of that, if you blame the negative things that you see in the Black community as far as why there isn't a God, who do you account for when it comes to the positive things that you see in the community or in life, period?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? If you blame something for the negative, what do you blame? If you blame God not being real for the negative, who do you give the account to as far as for the positive things? It's just as far as the oxygen in your body. I guess that's what I'm saying.
No problem. This is what we first going to do. Mathematically, is postulated as the law of disjunctive inference. And made here that's disjunctive is the fact that don't believe in God, which I accredit to the evil or the negativity of this world. Would I accredit the positivity of this world too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And therein it lies the truth, and therein it lies the disjunctive inference, because why does someone outside of me have to get the credit? So if I look and say, well, that's the reason I don't believe in God, we just have to establish what exactly do I believe in? And now we'll stick with the word belief and we'll go to this word atheist. I just made sure I looked it up real fast.
From your definition, whatever your definition is.
No, I don't want to use my definition because I'm in conformity with of this language that we use to transmit our thoughts. Talking about my definition of the word, then that creates
You're right.
Opportunity going longer than need be, because now once people start attributing to words their own meaning, because we don't have a base point for or reference to which then we can say where this concept derives. When people give me their own meanings to words in a language that I'm having a conversation with them with, particularly in cases where we're having a diatribe. So let's go to atheist. And the atheist is a person. An atheist is a person who disbelieves or lacks belief in the existence of God or gods. The connotation of the word atheist would suggest something other than that meaning right there. When I say atheist, I say, don't mind being acknowledged as an atheist, provided I have the opportunity to elaborate in great detail what I mean. And the reason why I have to say that is because there's a popular rumor about atheists that is not within the context of the actual word, more rather what people believe or want it to mean. So, because when you say you don't believe in God, people who are religious associate you with evil, of having no moral compass. I don't like the connotation of the word because of the misrepresentation of it, because of what people who are angry about a disbelief in God render onto a person. So let's start here. A person who disbelieves or lacks belief in the existence of God. Israelite in the great debate, Kemet on trial. His name is Daniela. Where a young man asked him, tell me something. There's two of every animal on the boat for Noah's Ark. Those animals didn't eat each other. God had Noah take two of each animal and put them on Noah's Ark. To say the Lord put a spirit in the animals. So then I come after it and I say, hey, but the same man says, yeah, Israelites were being homosexual. I actually looked up a scripture where it says, guys eat their own babies. So I said, this is interesting, that God would have the Israelites eat their own babies, but he put a spirit on the animals so they don't eat each other. At that point, I say, I don't believe in God. Right? I'm not buying that. So that doesn't mean God doesn't exist. I just simply say I don't believe in that right there. I don't understand that, and I shouldn't have to feel impelled to do so. So
okay, I never heard you say it like that. I never heard you say I don't believe in that God. I never heard you say it like that.
I don't believe in none of the gods that people have been presenting, because I don't believe anyone's presented God to me in a way where I believe it. You see, there's another God that exists where he's perfect, but he made man in his image and after his likeness in Genesis 1:26. In Genesis 2:7, he blew his breath into man, and man became a living soul, the Nefesh Chaim, which is very important, but who cares? That's Hebrew. No one cares, and it has 2 yards, and it's very important. And then there's Genesis chapter 5, verse 2, where male, female, he them and bless them and call their name. And he, them is biblical jargon in English for them all. So there's several creations taking place, but I don't believe in the God that people propose to me, because they will only talk about one in particular. It's the one where breath of life is blown into man and he becomes a living soul. They don't acknowledge the one where Adam sounds like plural. Them and bless them and call their name Adam. And then they don't even qualify the Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, going into 27, where God, after his image and after their likeness. So let us make man after their image and after their likeness. So the point in case is this. There's the point where God, Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, he repented. It says it, in biblical jargon, it is also she. So it could be he, she, or it. Now, we were talking about a baby about to come to this world, we may refer to the child as it until they come out and we can actually reference gender. The ancient peoples are very specific when they speak. But anyway, it says, it repented the Lord that he made man. The word they use for repent is nacham, which means to regret, to wish he never did. So the God that people been selling to me is perfect and doesn't make mistakes, but is a nigga who had a promising basketball career in the condom bus, and now he regrets that he made his child because now he had to drop out and work in a supermarket. So I'm saying, when I read the Bible, Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, it says, God repented that he made man. I told you, damn, son, I repent or I regret the fact I made you. We would say that's an unfit father. But when God says, I regret that I made you, he is the heavenly father. He's everybody's father. So if man on earth is an unfit dad, then who the fuck is God? You see what I'm saying? Because he's saying, I regret I made all you niggas. I'm just saying, unless we can properly contextualize the corpus, believe in that. I can't. Now, if you say polite, when you read the scripture, do you believe in God? Then I say, when I read the scripture in its proper language.
Hold on.
When I read the scripture in the proper language, I make way more subscriptions to it. But God is void of that. You see what I'm saying? There we go again, and that's another one. If we start from the beginning of the Hebrew scripture, and it says, Barashit bara Elohim es hashamayim va'et ha'aretz, in the earth. He was in at the beginning.
So where do you believe?
Hold on. I don't know. Hold on, brother. Hold on. This is for other people out there. I'm coming with you.
Okay.
He wasn't at the beginning. He was in the beginning.
Okay.
And not at. Did it exist already? Well, let's do this. Let's go into the Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth without form and void, and darkness upon the face of the deep and water, moya. God moved across. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth without form and void, and darkness upon the face of the deep. You go down to Genesis chapter 1, verse 9, and you start seeing him removing the waters. So there's a flood that already took place. The earth was already created. In the beginning, there was an earth, and there was already a flood. What took place prior? Cain gets kicked out the Garden of Eden. In Genesis chapter 4, verse 14, down to 4:16. After he's kicked out of the garden, but we thought it was only Adam and Eve, according to other people's narrative. Then we go over here. He didn't want to go to the land of Nod because he was afraid that people would kill him. Who are the people that he was afraid that was going to kill him, and why does he find a wife 2 verses down? Of Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. Now this man done found him a wife and the people that he was afraid that was going to kill him if he got kicked out the garden. How could anyone believe in God under these conditions? That's what I'm telling you. In the right language, and the reason why I say that the Bible is a white man's book, listen to me in context. With those books in that order that come from indigenous people. As it relates to its compilation, the chronology, the sequence of those books, the order of the books that's not in there, like the book of Jasper, the book of Wars, there's several books that the Bible mentions that's not inside of the Bible. There's no book in the Bible called the Bible inside of the Bible. The Bible never makes reference of the word Bible itself. All of this is very tricky stuff. How can I believe in God?
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just compounding interest with people that's out there so they can understand what I'm saying. It's not that I'm in doubt
No
about
daylight. No daylight. Come on, bro. Bro.
You know, it's not that I'm in doubt about a higher consciousness.
So do you?
This misnomer. Our ancestors were very specific, detailing what their conceptions were. Okay, and they used anthropomorphosis. They used ideographic and pictographic meanings, aid in the narratives. They used determinatives. Okay, but this misnomer that we call God, believe that there's this being that is perfect, that knows all things, that the mundane clauses of man's day-to-day. Now that I can't deal with. Big special plan, he had a special plan to suffer the crib death. He has a special plan for the brother. So when a man is in a car crash and he thanks God that he's alive, but the other man dies, to thank God for the man that dies. He prays for everything except for his rent. He prays for everything except for, I need $2,342 to pay my rent. Because he won't get it. But he prays for everything else. The concept of God that they gave us sets us up for failure. We are aware of it, so we start protecting God. We want to fight people in the name of God. We want to pray around the things we actually need. And our ancestors weren't so weak-minded that they will create a God that's fallible before people like myself to tear the doctrine down. We didn't believe in nothing like that. You really take into consideration. Hey, look, don't love the things of this world. This world doesn't have the love of the Father in them. John 3:16. For he so loved the world, he gave up his only begotten son. I'm supposed to love the world because if I love the world, I don't have the love of the Father in me. But the Father loves the world so much, he gave up his only seed. How we do this at the same time? Where they do that at? Eye for an eye. He hit me, I'm gonna hit him back. But if you punks out there with this shit, turn the other cheek. Everybody. And that's why we got so many denominations. Everybody can get down with this shit. The people who bought it, the people who broke, the poor shall inherit the world. Hey, we can get it. I'll get mine later. You feel what I'm saying? The things of this world, because you don't got the love of the Father in you. Okay, I'm with it. I don't deal with material things. This is what I do. Once he gave up his only begotten son, I'm down with the things of this world. This is a bipolar God, if anything. He's a God of war, so it says in the Bible. He's a jealous God. If we go to Exodus chapter 20 verse 4, 20 verse 5. You
Come
go
on,
down.
stop using scriptures on me.
He's a jealous God. So I need to know who the heck is he jealous of? And
I
then
asked two questions. They like. I asked two questions. How is it 3-0? I asked two questions, bro.
Because we already ushered in the answer to the third one. But yeah, that's what it is. But I did a lot of that. I did a lot of that for the people listening, so they understand my standpoint that our ancestors never created. Like, look, I'll show you another one. The Bible says that God created good and created bad. He created night. He created good.
Well, what is bad? What is bad?
Last one.
Mean? What does
last
bad
one.
mean?
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Last one.
All right.
Created evil. I mean, I don't say these things. The Bible says these things, and that's supposed to be the word of God. Though they got epistles, which are the letters of men. Fine, we'll take that. So we're gonna move forward. Bad. Then I ask people, is homosexuality bad? Yes. Okay. So God created homosexuality. No, man created that. Can man create something that God can't create? So is homosexuality bad? So God created homosexuality. You see, I can't believe in that because a true and living God wouldn't be boxed into that space to question his own existence. If it's associated with God, I stay away from it because Negroes are going to fight for God. See one baby. The word of God is if there was a God. Breastfed. Know why? Because a child didn't have to be educated to do something they never did on planet Earth. A child comes into this world for the first time. No one ever seen this child make his debut into planet Earth. Hungry, that child already knows where to be weaned by their mother. That is the book of life called DNA. That is the word of God. The word was made flesh, the word was flesh, the word was God. That John 1:1. See that thing right there? That's deep. The DNA has to be the word of God because we shouldn't have to read nothing to demonstrate or perform. So what I say is this.
I believe in that. I understand that.
Find one baby on planet Earth. How to walk. Teach us about the Quran. Teach us about the Torah. Teach us about the Bible. How come we only learn these things and then we argue? Where's the babies that's just born and they just know this shit inside out? So these things we could, now if people said these are educational tools, ancestors created. He wrote these things in ways so when the invaders came, they wouldn't understand it. See, if you said certain things like that, I'm with it. But once you start accrediting God for this confusion, and I know I've never seen a baby come out and tell me the name of God and practice Shabbats. I ain't never seen it.
You right.
Why should I believe it? I simply believe this instruction of man. Because that's where we arrive at our conclusions from. We learned it from somebody else. It's not third hand. You know, they say secondhand smoke is even worse. It's a damn cigarette. And you ain't even getting it from God directly. You're getting secondhand smoke. Secondhand doctrine. So by the time you ever play the telephone game and you say banana, 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 by the time you go down, it is a monkey driving a damn taxi. And you say, how did that even happen? Thousands of years of a telephone game. So with something like that, when I could just wing this shit, I really didn't need to know. Oh, thy father, thou shalt not kill. You know why? Because before I ever did anything in the hood, I always had the ability, the mental faculty to which one could discern right from wrong or make a distinction amongst right from wrong. Before I did it, I knew it was unbecoming. I knew it was wrong. Because I was in an animal state, a primitive state of mind. I was trying to make a heaven that dispense other people's hell because I thought that was my limitations. Nonetheless, I've never done nothing wrong that I ain't already know was wrong before I perpetuated. That's envy. Before every bang, damn, this ain't right. Fuck it, because I'm the type I challenge myself to rise to the occasion. Other people just stop. Some of us just go forward and go through it. Nonetheless, if you have any humanity, you feel a way before you perpetuate wrong. I don't need no book to tell me that. Now, the book can help give me practices and exercises or learn things historically. I'm with it. But once you start telling me things, you got men on the street telling you, this is what God said. This is what God thinks. And you're giving me perspective. And you're not giving me facts. You're giving me perspective. Go ahead, my brother.
No, that's all I got. Like I said, I thought I heard you say that you didn't believe in God because of the negative things that you have seen in the world or in the Black community. That's what I thought that you have said in the past. So I thought that that's what my question is. It's to validate my disposition. It's to validate if a black man says to myself, grew up, my father left me at age 8 and my mama left me,
and I only met her when I turned 17. She dies the week I met her. And a gun is put to my mouth for someone to take my chain when I'm 13, and for me to be in shelters, facilities, homeless, and even in Rikers Island. For me to go through all that. And then people walk around and say, how come you don't believe in God? Are you kidding me? For me to see my own man get murdered right next to me. My friend murdered right next to me. To sit there with the blood on my face from the splatter of him being shot. Going in poverty. Poverty. 8 years old, don't know who my mother is, and father, I only had him for 8. I don't know if I even knew him. And to see women walking down the block and wondering, is that my mother? Because we look alike. Then they look at me and say, I don't believe in God. But 3 parts of my family, the mother side of my family was Sunni Muslims. My grandmother sent me to Holy Rosary Catholic School. Was of the nation of the gods and earths. All 3 gods failed me. You see, you could try to read to me and try to make me rationalize how the narrative makes sense to my life. And you can tell me about stories with Job and how God put people through tests. But I'm talking about the real experience. I'm talking about my life. How you tell someone like me God exists. How it is to tell me why I had to see my mother for only 7 days. You know how disrespectful it is for somebody to try to tell me God has something to do with me only seeing my mother for 7 fucking days in my life. Me at 8, 6 months straight, to the point they had to send me to a psychiatrist. I cried for my mother every day, wondering why she wouldn't want to take care of her child because everybody else had their fucking mother. But me, I ain't have my mom or my father. Gum put in my mouth because a grown man wanted to take my chain, knowing no matter if I paid $550 for that chain, what he would get from it would likely be less than $100 when he turns it in to the pawn shop. But it was worth it. God. Then I was wrong for gangbanging. People said I was wrong. But they didn't protect me. And the gangs helped me make money to survive. But they were wrong in the way they showed me how to make money. But the righteous people had no outlet for me to make money. They wouldn't let me in their house to even rest my head. Man and woman in the community knew I was homeless and still going to school and was a valedictorian previous to going to high school. Space for me. I said I would sleep in their kitchen. I said I will sleep in a space no longer than my body. I will not ask you for a rug, for a sheet, for a blanket, for a curtain. Occupy a small rectangular space. Feed me. And the second I obstruct the law, I leave. I snuck into my friend's house to shower, got in trouble. What kind of nigga comes to our house and tries to shower? A nigga who ain't got no home, miss. I'm sorry, you can't be here. In God. I believe in God. I was convinced he don't exist. There's none for me. And then now when I got the knowledge that existed for 400 years during our slavery, that also existed for 1,200 years during the Trans-Saharan, 1,600 years of oppression, 1,200 years in Africa, 400 years over here in America.
The Bible does say, master, the same way you fear God.
Slave, be obedient to your master. And how can you tell me God existed for 400 years stretch that we was enslaved? How can you tell me that? You believe God was in existence during the 400 years we was in slavery, during the 1,200 years we was in a state of incapacity? You telling me we did something to deserve that? And ain't that what the Negroes say out there? They like to be abused and battered women. So badly, she'll wind up with Stockholm Syndrome, and that's when you start to worship, admire, embrace, or subscribe to your oppressor. So much by an oppressive force into a default and start appreciating the oppression, because you only can conceive unless you did something wrong to deserve it in the first place. Black people that are religious have Stockholm syndrome. Their oppression to them doing something wrong. Curse. How the fuck can someone convince you that we're cursed? What kind of weird shit is that? That's some sloppy ass religion shit. That's some sloppy spirituality. You got black people walking around here saying the best thing that happened to them was the Bible. To them was slavery, which simultaneously means if you got the Bible during slavery, the best thing happened to you was slavery because you got the Bible. I can't believe in God under those conditions. If you tell me God existed during those 400 years of slavery where they raped us, pushed us, where they castrated us. In Africa, they double castrated us. During that time, when is he going to let up? Then we so-called become free, and it's a civil rights movement, and Marcus Garvey. Okay? They lock up Elijah Muhammad. They assassinate. They assassinate Dr. King. They attempt to stab Shirley Chisholm. Random acts of police brutality and racial animus perpetrated against us. When the hell was America actually great? Trump says, make America great again. When was America ever great in the first place to start with? You see, family, I just want to know, when did God exist? You see, they say he rests on the seventh day. 7-day stretch, this whole fucking time we've been getting murdered by police, this whole time we've been getting castrated, the whole time we've been brought here on ships, 7 days he's rested, because if it's not part of the 7 days he rested, that other races have been done far worse than us for us to deserve this type of crime. White man historically has abused more people than any of us can even imagine world over, starting from his own people, going into our own people. He's abused everybody in his own sight. He's not undergoing what we going through. I mean, we did something worse, like being born, because there's really no other answer to this shit, is there? To deserve these plagues, they're going to say, you're not worshiping him. So does the white man worship him? Because he's doing pretty good.
That's exactly what they say. That's exactly what they say.
You're not following the law, statutes, and commandments the right way. The Negro who got a monopoly on worshiping God the right way so we can get this thing right. Who got a monopoly on it? With true spirituality, by way of the Bible, Quran has given us. You see, the spooky rendition of God is dangerous. You know, take the knowledge and do what you do. I'll read the book like any other book, and I'll be rocking those books like any other book, and that's why I'm rocking. This Allah and Yahweh and Yahweh ben Yahweh Shai and Jesus Yeshua. Once you start talking all this crazy talk, because your reverend could go into church and he can lay their hands on somebody and change their whole life and get rid of their AIDS and diabetes, but he can't lay their hands on the white man because he got a gun in the badge. When the hell would the reverend come outside and lay their hands on the law enforcement?
Never.
See? So I can't believe in no shit like that. Up on life.
Hey, you got some other brothers in the chat room. I know they waiting, man. You can go ahead, but hey, good looking, polite things, man. Yep.
This up, man.
Shout out to Cleveland.
Shout out to Cleveland for that turn up, man. Y'all got me in here longer than I was supposed to be, as always. I love it. Let's get this brother here. And where you from? We looking right at you. You looking at yourself. Come on, let's get this through. Come on, Jetson. Talking to you, Jetson. Here you go.
Peace,
Just realized you on stage.
you can hear me. All right. I got two light questions. Ain't that crazy? First one: why you got a Samsung instead of an iPhone?
Say it again.
So why you got Samsung instead of an iPhone?
I got a Samsung instead of an iPhone.
That's the question. Why?
Because I like the picture resolution.
I be talking about, bro. Out of all the shit that
I love the resolution on the Samsung. Way better than I love it on the iPhone.
Oh, all right, that's simple. I thought it was some other mathematics. All right, and then the second question is more on the
Let me see. Chat.
the acquisition of properties. On that, how was the process versus Florida versus New York on acquiring the building?
How is the what?
The process on acquiring the property in New York versus Florida.
Totally different because New York is making so much money, they don't have to make concessions to people in the real estate market like other states do. Even deal with New York as far as dealing with tax liens. New York would be out the question. I would deal with every other state, particularly Texas, 35%, even to 50% on returns. With Pennsylvania, because it's so lucrative as far as paying for past due delinquent property taxes. Texas and PA are very ideal. I like those places. Maryland is all right. Pennsylvania is where I like it the most. All right, my brother, thank you for the question. Let me move it forward to get through with this chat. Marvin, let's go. Let's go, Marvin. Let's make it happen.
Right, can y'all hear me?
Let's go, Marvin.
Uh-oh. Let's
Can
get it, Marvin.
y'all hear me?
Where you from?
All right, this is Brother Marvin, man. I'm out in Oakland, California. Peace to you, Polite. Peace to the guy Rashid. Peace to the guy Daylyt. It's a real pleasure to speak to y'all kings, man. Let me see, man, where I want to start with it, man. I got a couple areas, man. Number one, I want to know, huh?
Two, I gotta take my wife out, and I'm always doing this longer than I anticipate. But that's love. It's all love. I just want to get to the other people too.
All right. Can you break down for me, man, as a brother, right, Polite? This for all y'all, really. As a brother, though, man, I want to like really add more concessions to my sisters, right? I'm single. I'm actually a single father. Now, where I'm going with this, man, is it seemed to me in my spirit, I've been sensing this and been noticing this with my sisters, man. It's seeming like trying to find one, quote unquote, conscious out here is different, right? If I lived in New York, right, it would be easier, man, for me to find a sister that's like conscious, she know about, you know, a variety of things. I'm not going to just say one thing, but break it down, man. How is a brother who doesn't have access, right, to the conscious sisters, you know, feel like, yo, it's still some hope out here, man, trying to, because I'm going to tell you, I'll go outside of my race, man. That's how I was raised, but my preference is my sisters.
Hold on.
My preference is my sisters, man. My preference is my sisters, man.
You slipped something in there. Hold on.
Let me ask you.
I'll go outside of my race, but, hey, my preference is my sisters, man. But here's
I'm coming at you right now, brother. I just want to make sure because while I was doing something, I think you slipped a curveball in there. So I just want to make sure I heard everything.
Hey.
You said Daylyt is going to deal with you. Did you say something about sisters outside of our race? I don't know. I could be mistaken.
I deal with sisters, man. But what I've been experiencing.
You're not gonna play games. Are you dealing with sisters outside of our race?
No. I primarily deal with sisters, but I want to be real clear.
Primarily? Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Yo, Polite. I speak fluent Spanish, brother. I speak fluent Spanish, brother. Brother, hablo puro español. Tú me entiendes? I deal with them.
Wait, well,
¿Qué pasó?
Huh?
Bienvenido a la tienda. Okay? First and foremost, bienvenido a la tienda. This is what we want to know. Are you dealing with women outside of the black race? That's all we want to know. You said primarily.
Yo, right now, no. No, right now, I'm dealing with sisters. And I primarily want to deal with them. Only them. But man, help me out. This is what I'm saying, man. Polite. All right.
Listen,
I got a solution, right? You can do it, bro.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna give you advice that they ain't gonna give you.
Right.
Go get you a Bible, get you a cross, and get on ChristianMingles.com. All right?
Yo, you wildin'.
he might quiet as kept. He
No,
might have
listen,
me
though.
on there looking for the next win.
Yo, that's the first
They
step.
out here.
Nah, I'm talking about conscious sisters, man.
You ain't gonna find no conscious ones. They taken. You ain't gonna find no single conscious bitch. You need to wake some of these bitches up.
Yo, man, it's a battle out here, man.
Yo,
Look,
hey,
you gotta
brother.
infiltrate, bro. You gotta infiltrate. You can't just wake them up on. You gotta infiltrate. Snug with them. Read the Bible. Like, baby, you ever question this part right here?
Ah.
You gotta infiltrate, my nigga. You gotta.
Hey, man, how you wake a sister up, Polite? Polite, how you wake a sister up? How you bring it to the light? How you bring it to the light?
He said, I passed. Daylyt, stick with the bombs. But yo, he might be onto something with that 5-1 cross.
Man.
He might be onto something. We can't leave them sisters out. I'm gonna tell you this. This affinity with Christian women is nuts. Like the most appealing black women that quote unquote are not part of the conscious community. To them about Jesus, this level of ecstasy, and your mind goes somewhere. Trying to beat him in the personage is a wild situation. But anyway, that's just my world.
I'm trying to tell you, my nigga.
These are only 3/4 truths, and I have truths. They're more than that. But you got to ferret through what part may not be satire, but there's a method to this madness. I really do think we need to invest in Christian women. But anyway, we're gonna move forward.
I got one more question.
Hold on, I didn't answer that question.
Oh.
It won't be long. It won't be long. All my wives, I met them through. They know me as a teacher. So those are the type of women that I was magnetized to. Under circumstance to me teaching with exception. You know, with her, you know how I got with my first wife at 12, 13 years old? I was doing her homework and she was fascinated with how smart I was in the streets when she was coming home with her mother and I'm playing basketball or whatever it is that I'm doing. And she had some problem with some homework one day. I said, yo, I'm young and I'm trying to holler at this girl. And I'm like, yo, Mom, you know, can I talk to you? She's like, not unless you can help me with my homework. And I was there like, this is what I do. Let me see what you got going on. She's like, well, I have a problem with this. This is how I met my first wife that I've been with for 18 years.
Word.
Doing her homework even when I dropped out of school. All the women that I met, the relationship has been sapiosexual. They were inclined to me.
Right, with the knowledge.
I went to the club versus meeting them in conscious forums or under pretense that information can be exchanged. I would imagine that my direction in life would be a lot more different. But I met them from finding them walking in the street, going to church in UK. That's the mother of my daughter, Ray. I met her en route to church and said, yo, Ma, I was in Harlem wearing an all-white garb selling books and convinced her to come back. And she came back. The problem with or the Parent Envelope, the Book of the Dead. Put a spill on it. She came down to my bookstore in Brooklyn. In the same box. She just kept coming in. She started bringing her children. And I was just going in. That's how I met her. My other wife, Rashid, who I'm about to go out with, I met her because her mother used to come to my bookstore where I teach class on Bergen St. Mark's in the bookstore on Pippin Avenue that we had. She kept coming to question and answer class, and she said, man, I need my daughters to come here and listen to me and change. That's how I got hooked up with her. The other woman I got with, daughter. Okay.
Wow.
I connected with her because I was teaching in Dr. York's bookstore. And she kept seeing me. She wasn't really dealing with the info like that. This type of guy deals with the info. So I'm telling you, every wife that I met under the pretense of teaching for about a year or change or something like that, granted. But
Right.
that's how they knew me. And then
Right.
the knowledge, it made sense because now I'm not in the house trying to convert somebody to the point when you deep into what you're doing, particularly in religion.
Yeah.
You can't really be trying to, if you're polygynist, this is a sidebar.
Right.
You have to be able to have success in monogamous relationships because each monogamous relationship, let nobody fool you. Those are all monogamous relationships. Let no one fool you. When it comes to broken family households, to be able to keep up a healthy relationship with your baby mama. So let's keep it real. You're talking about another monogamous relationship. Anyway, case in point is, as a polygynous male, a social imperative that when every new woman comes in, pick them.
Your wife pick.
Yeah, and the reason why that's important is because you got children involved. Like if you're me at a certain, it's rules to it because there's no children involved, then you can kind of change the permutation around a little. When there's children involved, you need the sisters. Because you don't want some woman coming in there. Now you have none because she's freaking nuts. And secretly, she just wanted to keep you for herself. And she was going to be down with the situation. You don't want to destroy your whole family because you're trying to get old girl that you went behind her in the club. In the bastard, right. You start doing your thing.
Yeah, right.
And that's how y'all met. Behind, you feel me? So that situation, do that. Maybe. And this is a strong maybe. And the only time you can do that, maybe.
Is on what? Is on what?
Wife number 2. Under those kind of social circumstances, like going to a club, maybe. And I'm not knocking women who go to clubs. I'm just saying that's not a great place to initiate a relationship.